Yo, what's happening? It's your boy OG Benny Black. Respect the Game Radio.
Yeah.
Y'all know before I get into the show, I always like to ask y'all to do me a favor. Go hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Go follow OG Benny Black on all social media platforms. And that YouTube link is Respect the Game Radio. All right, let's get into it. I got a very, very special guest today on the show. A longtime partner of mine, Krazy Obilla from Owensboro, South Carolina. I appreciate you coming on the show today, my nigga.
You already know.
Yeah, I already know.
Rocking with you for the longest, man. You know what it is.
Believe that. So let's get into it, my nigga. You know the people want to know where you're from.
Yeah. Like OG said, I'm from Owensboro, South Carolina. You know? Owensboro, South. You ever been to Owensboro? I'm from the Hill and I'm from the Four. The Four is the project, Roosevelt Gardens Apartment.
For sure.
Yeah.
So check this out, bro. You went to school in Owensboro, like?
Yeah, I went. I started out at Nix Elementary. Then I went to William J. Clark Middle School. Then I went to OW for a little bit. Got kicked out of OW and went to alternative school. It was called CIS. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, how was it going to school in Owensboro?
I mean, school was wild. Like, you know, I don't remember school as far as education. People met up at school to fight.
For sure.
You know?
For sure.
So, you know, like all I remember is like, you know, we had good times at school, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But school wasn't a place of education. For me, it was more of a place of a meetup to do all kind of devilish things.
To do bad shit, right?
Bad shit, yeah.
That's what it is. That's basically everywhere.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, we met up, smoke weed, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We met up just to leave school and cut it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
So all your life, so you've been in Owensboro all your life. You from Owensboro? You've been there all your life. I mean, born and raised.
Yeah. I was born in Owensboro, Owensboro Regional. Then, yeah, okay. I've been there basically my whole life. Like, I never really like, you know. Even when I move out of Owensboro, it's almost like I don't live out of Owensboro because I still, you know,
right.
I still, you know, be in Owensboro every day. It's like I don't never go home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So basically, it's like I never left.
So how was it growing up in Owensboro? Because you know, you hear a lot of stories. You know, I fuck with a few niggas from Owensboro. Shout out to everybody I fuck with from Owensboro.
Owensboro, wow. Like, you know. Like I'm like one of the main people from Owensboro.
Yeah.
All like the people who be getting, you know, like that y'all might see on the news for all the crazy stuff. Like 9 times out of 10, I know them.
Right.
Like I know them, like everything about them. You know, grew up with them. You know, stuff like that. But Owensboro really wild. But you know, I'm so used to it. So it's like normal to me, but I know it ain't normal.
Right.
So, you know, with that, especially now with the drugs switching up, like, you know, first it was crack.
Right.
Man, now you got all these people my age getting on Molly and stuff.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like, now that's what I was telling my little partner, like, when I was coming up, like, we made hustling and selling dope. You know what I'm saying? We made that shit cool by getting money. You know, they make that shit cool now by using. You feel what I'm saying? Like the each his own, the whoever do whatever, but man, that shit ain't for that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit ain't for that, man.
I mean, that Molly got them going crazy. So it's like most of the crimes now that's going on be because of that, like people be on that Molly and stuff. So, you know, like it's more dangerous now in Owensboro because of those drugs and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. So what's the hardest hood or neighborhood in the borough?
I can't really say because now I think you're more safer in every other neighborhood. But if you was living in Roosevelt Gardens, which is the four where I grew up at,
yeah,
that's like the reason why I would say that, you know, it's real dangerous living in the four. I wouldn't say it's the most dangerous place, because Orangeburg as a whole is just, you know, a dangerous place to live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But living in living in Roosevelt Garden, it's an apartment complex. You got people from different towns living there.
Right.
Like, you know, things like that. So it reminds me more of a prison, y'all.
Yeah.
So if you ever been, you say you've been
same thing.
Yeah, you've been to
day.
prison.
Oh yeah, I've been.
Yeah, so Roosevelt Gardens remind me of more of a prison, y'all. Every day somebody fighting.
Yeah.
Every day somebody.
You know what's gonna happen every day, damn.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's always something dumb. They go as far as fighting over. I borrowed shit from you last week. Like,
hey, that's the
like,
typical hood shit, man. Like it's petty shit, but you know every day you're gonna wake up to some shit like that when you living in the hood. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I just wanted your perspective, my nigga, because I hear, you know, like I said, I fuck with a few niggas from the Burg, and I hear a lot of different people perspective on how Orangeburg is. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted your perspective on it.
Other than that, though, it's like it's fun to a certain, you know, point. If you know what to do to have fun there, or if you in the mix and you know what's going on and where everything popping off at, it's just dangerous. Like, you know, you can't go to, like, it's like we can't go and have fun comfortably. We got to go and we got to worry about something wrong happening, something, you know, popping off. You know what I'm saying? You can't go and just, you know, party and enjoy yourself. Right. You got to go to the party and down there, you know, stand on the wall and watch it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not really I wouldn't advise.
Yeah. Shout out to Orangeburg, man.
Yeah.
So Billy, you been to Orangeburg all your life.
Mm-hmm.
When did you think about that rap shit? Like, I'm gonna do this shit. When was the first time you thought about that shit?
So when I was a kid, my big brothers, they was rapping, and those boys, like, they done had like record deals and stuff, but it wasn't with major labels. It was like independent, like big independent labels out of New Jersey and stuff like that.
Right.
So I see them try, I see things go wrong, and then I was rooting for them. So in my head, like, dang, they're gonna blow up. I can't wait to see my brothers and stuff blow up.
Right.
I see that it wasn't working out for them. It wasn't necessarily them. It was the way things was at the time. So when I went to prison, I never really had a thought about rapping until I went to prison. I ain't had nothing to do in that cell. So I was sitting in that cell bored as hell, and I was like, you know what? Let me write something. So I wrote a poem to my baby mama.
So you started in prison?
Mm-hmm. I wrote a poem. I was at Turville. So I writing a poem, you know, locked down in Turville and Don Wabu.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there writing a poem. I said, you know what? Let me try to sing this. So I wanted to be a little singer for a second.
Yeah.
So I'm singing it. I said, I'm going to sing this to my baby mama when I get home. So it came from that to me writing a song about my two homeboys who died at the age of 15.
Yeah. What was the name of that song?
It was called Why He Go.
Why He Go?
Yeah, Why He Go. Like, I'm asking, like, why he go? Somebody let me know.
Yeah.
Why he couldn't stay and live life a little more. You know, like stuff like that. Yeah. So when I was writing that song, I said, man, you know what? That was kind of cool because it killed time.
Yeah. So
I wrote like 3 songs every day. By the time I went home, like I had over 1,000 songs. Everybody in the jail. By the time I went home, everybody in the jail recognized me as a rapper.
So you had niggas in the jail. You know how in jail niggas find something to beat on.
When I say my best shows was in prison, I'm talking about we on the rock. It's like we on the rock. It's like 300 inmates, even the CO.
Yeah.
Nigga beat with the toothbrushes and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Putting the sock in the locker, beating on the locker and shit like that. So, like, you know, like we rapping to that jump, we singing to that jump.
Yeah.
Like, it's lit. You feel me? So, you know, like, them boys knew my songs and stuff. By the time, like, you know, I done rap the song 2 or 3 times, they know the whole song word for word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it was. So, like, everybody from different cities knew I was a rapper by the time I went home.
Right.
I went back to prison 3 more times.
So let me ask you something. So did you feel like, you say everybody knew you was a rapper? everybody thought you was a rapper. Did you feel like you was really a rapper at that time?
No, hell no. I ended up coming out of prison 3 more times.
Oh, okay.
So the thing was, after my 3rd run in prison, I came home and I was just rapping. I was bored at home, and I said I might just keep rapping.
Yeah.
So I was just rapping, and I was just bringing out songs. I didn't really have no real internet presence. I had more like DJs put me on their mixtapes. People put me on their ringtone. You know, back then they could have made their own ringtone.
Yeah.
So you know, one person made a ringtone and sent it to everybody. So everybody had my song with their ringtone.
Damn.
I had songs on Z90.
That was dope, my nigga.
Right. I had songs on Z93. I had songs on you know, Manning radio station, Big D and them. Uncle Buddha was playing me on Rap Trap Radio, and I'm all the way from Orangeburg.
Shout out to Uncle Buddha, man.
Right, so all of them were playing my music. Now Columbia wasn't playing me, Orangeburg wasn't playing me, so they wasn't like on me heavy like the other time.
Right.
So my home really got on me heavy last. So it was like when they was playing my music and stuff, you know, I went back to prison. When I went back to prison, I said, man, reality ain't hit me that I've been all over the radio in other towns and stuff. So I was like, you know, I'm fit to go home and take it serious. So when I came back home, see, I had labels trying to sign me too. Like Def Jam came looking for me one time. Yeah. A rep from Def Jam. Yeah. Block Entertainment was asking about me at one point. Yeah. You know, back at that time. Yeah. So when I came home in 2013, after doing 2 years for a drug charge, I got set up by my people. After doing 2 years for a drug charge, I came home and, you know, I started taking it serious. Right. Then that's when I dropped Rob Atlanta.
Right. Hey, man, I was going to get to that, man. Like, the first time I ever heard that song, bro, Rob Atlanta, I was like, what the fuck this nigga talking about? Like, I didn't know whether you was, like, because at that time, I was like, I wasn't really on the music, like listening to your music. So I was like, when I heard that shit, I was like, what the fuck? This nigga talking about robbing everybody in Atlanta. But when you gotta really get it, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't really get it at first. Like niggas was like, what the fuck this nigga talking about? And I was wondering, my nigga, like, was niggas hitting your phone? Like, or niggas like, man, who this nigga is to my he robbed T.I. and you know what I'm saying?
Like back then when I made that song.
Bro, that was a hit too, bro. I swear to God.
I appreciate it. See, back then when I made that song, I was getting a lot of death threats. And you know, that went on for a couple of years. Like they were threatening my life. It was so funny because niggas in South Carolina was acting like they was friends with them niggas. Yeah. And they was even threatening me. You know what I'm saying? Wow. It was like it was so weird and crazy. Like people just been coming from all different directions. Like people who was like you couldn't tell who was joking and who was for real.
Right. Rob Atlanta. Y'all go pull that up on YouTube. Rob Atlanta and listen to that, man. For real. Go ahead, bro.
Appreciate it. But you know, it was just it was like a real paranoid situation. Not saying I was scared. Yeah. But see, I'm not a dummy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
sure. Yeah, it's a difference between being dumb and being scared.
Yeah, right.
Shit. Right. So the death threats was coming, huh?
Yeah, it was. People were just threatening me.
Bro, that was a hit, though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I had that shit on repeat. I promise you.
But I had fun, though.
That was a hit. I knew you did, bro. Cause you woke them up. Yeah. I said, these niggas ain't woke right now. After this song right here, they'll never be woke. I know you woke them up, and I wasn't even in your circle at the time.
I'm gonna be real with you.
You feel me?
Before, I mean, you had Lil Rue.
Yeah.
You had like certain other, like it was like 2 people before me, right? Yeah. But when I dropped Rob Atlanta coming out of my town, out of my city, like it wasn't really no big artists. Like like a lot of people was giving up. They didn't think that they could take off. Right. But when I dropped Rob Atlanta, I give a lot of these niggas hope. Yeah. So like now you see like bigger artists. I ain't gonna.
And you had the whole hood in the video, bro. That was one of the things that I admire about that shit. Like, and you was mobbing with that shit. You feel me? Like for real, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, that's what I had basically like, you know. Like,
so was Rob Atlanta the song that really put you out there? Like, cause bro, I seen you.
To be honest with you, Rob Atlanta was just a song that got me booked.
That got you booked.
So those other songs, I had like 7 songs that was taken off way before Rob Atlanta, but people just probably don't know it was me.
Okay, what name one of them?
I had a song called Stacks, talking about putting money on people's head.
Yeah.
That was like 5 years before Rob Atlanta.
Okay.
Stacks was on shit like 20 stacks, 20 stack of get a nigga torture, and 30 stacks, 30 stack of kidnap a daughter, 45, 50 stack of feed them to that water. If you're looking for some service, come and place your water. 20 stacks.
That's on YouTube?
No, see that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I was becoming viral in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't becoming viral on the internet.
On social media.
Yeah, so the DJs and stuff, they was putting me on mixtapes. So I had a song called Cut Up and Stacks. They was playing on the radio, they was on the mixtape, and they hit the charts without an internet presence.
Yeah.
I'm talking without an internet presence.
Without an internet, that's
never had a video to them.
Big too. That's big.
Yeah, so one of the blogs talked about that. One of the major blogs talked about how I went viral in the streets without the internet. Stacks ended up playing on the biggest radio station in the country, which is Power 105 in New York. See, a lot of people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
They ended up putting me on a billboard in New York because of the fact that I was going viral in the streets instead of on the internet.
Yeah. Like
I was going viral on DJs, mixtapes, and all type of stuff.
Yeah, but you wasn't hot on the internet.
I wasn't hot at all on the internet. Had no big presence. It was just so big in the street. So a lot of people didn't do that to me. They was getting me mixed up with Boosie at one point. They thought some of the songs was Boosie's songs. So, it was crazy. So it's just like what made me take off, and if any artist listening to this interview or see this interview later, what made me take off was it wasn't, Charleston, Florence, all that was playing me before Orangeburg and Columbia did. Yeah. So I'm from the 803. I didn't realize that how crazy it'd go if I was played in Orangeburg or Columbia. Yeah. So when Hot 103.9 and it wasn't Orangeburg station, it was Hot 103.9 and it was 97.9 The Wiz. It was Flock and DJ Weezy and Barnwell. Yeah. When they started playing me to where Augusta and all that can hear me and everything, it was like all the people who went to school with me, who grew up with me, the ones who remember when I was in county jail beating on the wall, rapping, the ones who remember me rapping in their living room, all that stuff like that. It made me go more viral. Why? Because everybody was going crazy because they like, man, they had a story to tell. Man, I remember he was rapping in county jail. Man, I remember he wrote that song in county jail. Man, I remember when that nigga was beating on the door rapping against so-and-so and he was punished me in the project. Man, I remember him rapping at the baby shop. I remember, like, they all had a story. For sure. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with that nigga. He sleep in the same room as me. Like, they all had a story. So they had a story. When your people can hear you on the radio and they don't know how to get on the radio or how you did that, in their head, you done made it. Yeah, you big. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, but let me tell you something, bro. I ain't never tell you this, my nigga, like, on some real nigga shit, like, I think it was maybe one song, I ain't gonna lie, I think it was maybe one song before the Rob Atlanta. Yeah. And I was telling niggas, I was like, that boy dope. Like, that nigga Krazy Obilla is dope on that music shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. And the song that put me out there, it was called The Situation. The Situation was about when they put me front page of the paper, they said I held my 8-month-old child as a human shield. Yeah. And when they put me in front page of the paper, the newspaper got a website. Right. It was a lot of people talking crazy about me on the website, so it kind of made me go viral as the dude that had his child as a human shield. Yeah. So I came home. I wrote Rob Atlanta in jail, but I wrote The Situation in jail too, telling the story. Right. So when I got out of county jail and I beat that situation, I dropped The Situation, telling how they say I held my 8-month-old child. You dropped the song Situation. I dropped the song. Yeah. So when I dropped the song, that junk got like 800,000 views in 4 days. 800,000? Yeah, in 4 days. That's almost a million. On Facebook. So when they did those numbers on Facebook, I dropped Rob Atlanta. When I dropped Rob Atlanta, me, my homeboy already, And you know, like, and a couple more of my people, we was just pushing it. Like I was sleeping in my car, putting the song out, you know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff, like driving from city to city, putting flyers out, putting CDs out, stuff like that. You know, that song did what it did.
Yeah.
2 days later, I ended up with $10,000 after I bought it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that was big, my nigga.
I was broke as hell.
That was big, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'll tell a couple of niggas, I'm like, that boy dope, bro. Like, I don't know how he operating with the music for us putting it out, what kind of schedule he got, but that boy dropped something, that shit was hard.
Man, I appreciate it. I was doing all that stuff with no money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, like, it got so overwhelming. You know, even after I've been to the BET Awards and all, even after I went to the BET Awards and all that, it was so crazy. Like, I just had to take a break. Like, I had major labels try to sign me for Rob Atlanta. And when I took the break, I took a break for like 2 years. Like, a lot of people thought I was crazy because they were like, why would you make it there? And why would you just break all of a sudden?
Yeah.
I had to break because when I got to the level where I'm standing next to Chris Brown, I'm standing right there with Dolph Gone.
Yeah, like I would always gonna ask you, bro, not to cut you off, but I was gonna ask you, like, was it the Rob Atlanta that got you? Cause I saw you on the picture with Gotti. Yeah. I saw you on the picture with Fat Joe. I saw you on the picture with a lot of niggas, man. Like, and I was wondering, like, was it the Rob Atlanta that got you in the circle, if not in a circle, but in the same building with them niggas, man?
It was Rob Atlanta, yeah.
So, damn, that shit was big, bro. When I saw you with Gotti, I said, boy, that boy gone.
Right. See, I had to stop for 2 years and, you know, get my own money.
Yeah.
Because those dudes who be saying that they're going to make sure this and that happen, they got to control. So it's like they control everything. So you got to move on their time.
Right.
So when you moving on their time, it's never going to be on time.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So in order to make certain stuff happen, you got to get your own money, have your own money.
Right.
So now, you know, I got the new song Excited out and I got Scam Lightly out. So with Excited, I made like I put money behind promo and, you know, I hit 10,000 views in one day.
For sure.
So
that's big.
Yeah, and see, like by me having a hit song and the little $300 and something I put behind promo, you know, now that I got my own money, if I do that all the time,
you're gonna hit.
I'm gonna hit millions.
You're gonna hit. You know? You're gonna fuck around and have a million in your hand, bro.
Right.
Just off of that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. So, you know, that's just what it is. So I don't gotta wait on nobody no more.
Yeah.
Like now, you know, now I can drop music and just, you know, I ain't gotta talk to nobody like, man, you know, we need this amount of money for this. No, I can just drop the music and put my own money behind it.
That's what it is, but that's the best part about having your own bag. The nigga can't tell you shit. You feel what I'm saying? You can do the fuck you want to do. You feel me?
When you gotta wait on somebody, you gonna be waiting forever.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, my nigga. I want to ask you, like, how was it like when you met them niggas like Gotti?
At that point,
Fat Joe.
At that point, it was work. Like, let me explain it to you like this. So, when I dropped Rob Atlanta, and when I'm performing at DJ Cleve cookout, his big cookout with all them people out there, like 6,000-7,000 people, and you hit a whole crowd singing your song, when people asking for pictures, when little babies going crazy when they see you and stuff like that, it gets to a point where when you see another star, see, you heard when I said another star.
Yeah.
So not on no arrogant stuff.
Yeah.
See, because like the attention don't really feel good to a nigga like me. Like the good part about the attention is it just let me know I'm more valuable now. I can charge more money.
For sure.
So I'm not, you know, big with the hype. Like I kind of hate that I gotta be, you know, famous or popular just to make more money.
Yeah.
But what it was when by the time I got around them, it was like so normal because it was almost like we the same now.
Yeah.
I wasn't as big as them.
Yeah.
But we the same.
Y'all, we in the same room now.
We standing in the same room. We all working.
Yeah.
Like, so I didn't realize Chris Brown was standing next to me. So I'm talking about we literally this close.
The singer Chris Brown?
Yeah, we touching shoulders like that. And I'm not realizing that that's him touching my shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
He tapped me and said, yo, bro, you mind if I do my interview first? Because I got a lot of shit to do. So we both doing an interview with Sirius XM.
Right.
Sirius, crazy thing is the dude that's over Sirius XM, that's over the hip hop station, he helped Kanye West, he helped Nas, stuff like that. That dude whole family is from Orangeburg.
Yeah. So
when his name Dion Deasy, like he do all the interviews for, he do all the interviews and stuff. So he was, I told Chris Brown, you can go out and go before me, it don't matter. I didn't realize he was Chris Brown until he sat down.
Yeah.
When he sat down, they said the people with the cameras came and they put the cameras in his face.
So was he? Had he had dropped all that shit yet? Chris Brown he done dropped music at that time. Like when you met him, he had like really. I know he had dropped a couple music, was he really Chris Brown at that time?
The time I met him, he was one of the biggest stars in the world.
Damn.
Like standing next to him that day, it was like standing next to see how big Drake is?
Yeah.
It's like I'm telling you, Drake is standing next to me right now. So he was literally that big. I was in a room full of giants. But to me, I was living in a blur. It was like it wasn't real. So everything was happening so fast.
Yeah. I saw you, bro.
It was like, this ain't Chris Brown right here.
Yeah.
But let me pull out my phone because this is Chris Brown.
Yeah.
But this ain't Chris Brown right here. Like it's not even registering.
Yeah.
Like it's not even registering that this room with stars.
Yeah.
Until like Gucci, first person I saw when I walk in that little room, that room was about the size of your club.
Yeah.
When I walked in that room, first person I saw was Gucci Mane sitting in the chair. Then I saw Ray J. Then I saw John Dolph, and I stopped and spoke to Dolph.
Yeah.
Then I saw what's the boy that be singing that's with Cash Money? Little short Jacquees tapped me and started talking to me. And then he's so short, but he stopped and started talking to me. I said, man, I tell him I had liked the show that he did in Columbia, South Carolina. I was there.
Yeah.
Him and Amigos,
Yeah.
And he was like, he appreciated that, whatever. We was talking. Then that's when I ran into Chris Brown. Like he was we were standing at the back of the room waiting to do our interview with Sirius. So what it was, we was in the radio room. The radio room was just like this, like how you got your podcast set up.
Yeah.
And it was like a bunch of tables.
Yeah. And
it was the biggest radio stations in the country.
Right.
So, you had the biggest station in Texas right there, the biggest station in New York right there, like Power 105, Hot 97. Yeah. You have all the top stations, Charlotte, this place, that place. Hot 103.9 wasn't there. South Carolina didn't have a station there. Yeah. Like all the other big stations was there. Right. So it was like a big office and everybody running around trying to get their interviews. So the artists wasn't in there being stars. They was in there working. It's like we in the same office and we work in the same office. Everybody running around trying to get their interviews. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's just what it was, and it was weird to me because
it was basically something set up where everybody was trying to get interviews or promo or some shit.
It was like that.
Yeah.
You know how you don't never see the artists at work.
Yeah.
All you see them is you see them when they in star mode.
Yeah.
You don't never see them when they work.
Right.
It's a bunch of tables. I'm Chris Brown. I'm trying to get to this table. I'm trying to get to this one. I'm trying to get to that. I'm trying to get as many tables as I can.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Nobody's really being treated like a star now.
Right.
They being treated like
a regular company with workers. Everybody trying to get to their department.
Right. Everybody trying to get to their department. Everybody trying to get this done and that done. Right. So it was like I was actually seeing what really goes on behind the scene. I was a part of it. Right. And I was doing the same thing. I was trying to get to this table or that table. Right. To do my interview with Charlotte, do my interview with Sirius, do my interview with this. Like I didn't get to catch all the tables because by the time they let me in, it was late because they didn't recognize me at first. Yeah. So that's just what it is. It's an experience though, being in the same hotel with Fat Joe and all of them people, and what's his name from the regulator, Warren G. Yeah. That African dude, what's his name? Black. He be like, you motherfucker. Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, like, I know what you're talking about.
All us was in the same hotel. Lil Wayne, baby mama, everybody. We shared the same hotel, so we saw each other almost every day. So you know, it's just like being in the when you're in the hotel at the BET Awards. It's like it's damn near like a sleepover with all the stars.
Right.
So you know, I've been around them for a week. Even the dude that sang Candy Girl.
Yeah.
Mike Bivens.
Yeah.
All of them was there. Like all of them was there. Like basically a whole week.
That was big when a nigga like so Rob Atlanta got you, put you in the building.
Yeah. It put him with that jump real though.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought, you couldn't do that stuff.
Yeah, like that was big, bro. That was big coming from Owensboro, South Carolina, my nigga. Like to be in the same building, in the same room, trying to get the job done with niggas like Chris Brown and you know what I'm saying? Like that's big, bro. Like niggas like us who done been to the penitentiary and you know what I'm saying? We don't get that opportunity. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we don't get that opportunity to sit at the same table.
But can I be real with you though?
Yeah.
It's so easy. It's easy it's easy to get right back down. Like I know the whole way to get there again.
For sure.
So you know.
Oh, for sure. Once you know, and that's the thing about a real hustler, a nigga who really know about his business. You know, ain't no thing about the comeback the bounce back has always been the best to me. So I ain't gonna doubt that, bro. You dropping hits right now. Right. So I know you're gonna be back there in the same room. Just let me in when you get there.
Right. Yeah, real life though.
You feel me?
Yeah, you ain't lying though. But you know what it take though. You see how y'all got like you and a couple other people got podcasts right now.
Yeah.
Like we had needed that.
Oh yeah.
We didn't have that.
Oh yeah.
And that's what was missing.
Yeah.
So let's say we would have had podcasts when I was hot with Rob Atlanta.
Right.
Do you know how many more people will be tuned in right now?
Right.
Do you know podcasts is like the news?
Yeah.
So, you know, Chicago and all that got people like DJ Academics them telling their story.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But what I feel like, you know,
Big Facts. Shout out to Big Facts.
Right. See how I feel right now though, we need like podcasts more to like, you know, like talk about all the controversy that going on.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of that going on. That's what we gonna, you know, that's what Respect the Game Radio about, my nigga. Like we gonna respect the game and we gonna give game. Right. Whether you know, we ain't trying to hurt no feelings or none of that. But if it's 100, it's 100. Ain't no need to try to downplay it. None of that. You feel what I'm saying? And anything you want to talk about on here, bro, you welcome. You feel what I'm saying? If I miss something you want to talk about it, nigga, say something. Right. Feel me? Real shit. That's what this show about, man. Respecting the game and getting game. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's stuff like this that get us, you know, further. Like platforms where we can tell our stories and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's like with me, I was like, damn, I can't rap, I can't dance or sing and none of that shit. But
you can talk.
I can talk, my nigga, and not only that, it's like I'm fucking with this social media shit. It seems like they fucking with me. So I gotta find me an avenue, bro. Cause my niggas rapping, you know what I'm saying? My niggas singing, dancing, doing all the other shit. But ain't nobody got no podcast for,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Real people to come and tell their stories, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm here for now. Any nigga from South Carolina, wherever you from, you got a story to tell and it's authentic, you know what I'm saying? Link up with me, man. Respect the Game Radio. But let's get back on track though, bro, because I want to ask you, like, I seen after Rob Atlanta, you dropped a few songs after that. Then I seen you start the BMF family group.
No, it's called BRL.
BRL, my bad. Y'all, what was the first song y'all dropped?
The first song was called BRF. BRF is it was a group phone with my son and his cousins and stuff, and everybody was like family. So the group is 4 people. There's 4 people in the group. We didn't.
One of them was your son, right?
Yeah, we didn't know it was gonna be 4. My baby mama called me and said, "These kids in the room making raps. You need to come check them out and put them in a real studio because they recording on their phone." I said, "They sound good." She said, "Yeah." I picked them up, took them to the studio. We got in the studio. By the time we made it to the studio, I had 4 of them in the car. I started out with 2 of them in the car. By the time I got them in the studio, kind of find out 4 of them can rap. Mm-hmm. I said, "Fuck it, I'm rolling with all 4 of y'all." And then when I took them to the studio, like I had like 40,000 on me, right? So I was like, what should I do with this money? Like, I just can't go broke no more. Right. I've been broke my whole life. Right. But when my baby mama gave me that card, I said, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do with the money.
Invest in these young niggas, right?
So I started investing in them, putting them in the studio. I made sure they made music that was different. I made sure their beats was different. I made sure they had a video every week. They had a new video, shooting a new video. They ain't put out all the videos and all the songs that they got, but I was making sure that they had everything that I didn't have. Like I could invest that money in myself, but I believed in them more than I believed in me because they was younger and they was already popular, and I feel like they was more talented. So what I did was I made sure I took them to Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey. Had like 16 of them. I got a 16 passenger van, 17 passenger van. Had from anywhere between 14 to 16 of them, and we drove all the way up north. I had them doing shows all in York, Pennsylvania, stuff like that. If I had to buy them outfits to wear for the video shoots, I bought them photo shoots. Handle all that. But see, at the end of the day, they were popular, they was talented, and people loved them. So they was taking off fast. And everything just went left. Some of them got.
So you said the name of the first song they dropped was what?
It was called BRF.
BRF. Yeah, I was tapping into that shit, bro.
Right. They got a song with Count Up too.
Oh, with Count Up?
Yeah.
Shout out to Count Up, man. Count Up he done been to the kid a couple times and fuck with us. Shout out to that boy Count Up, man.
Right. They got that song called Over. Song called Over. Yeah.
So what's going on with them now? They in the studio. They finna drop some new shit. What's going on with them now?
My son got locked up. He got locked up for attempted murder. He been gone for like a year. Yeah. He got another year left. He done wrote a lot of fire music.
Right.
So I know when he get out, he gonna be on fire.
Right.
Like a lot of bad things.
He writing. Excuse me for y'all. He writing while he inside.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of bad things happen. So we had to take a break and we gonna bring BRF back, but we gonna restructure it. Like my little cousin Stanky, little Stanky, he got killed. He looked like a baby. He looked like he was like 9 years old. He was like 15 when he got killed. Mm-hmm. One of the people that killed him was a female that was a part of our crew. Yeah. She was number 17 when she killed him.
She was in the rap group?
She was in the Over video. Stanky was in the Over video too. He the little one with the thick dreads that look like he look like Spot got him.
Yeah. I remember the video. I think I shot it at in the yard
it was Count Up backyard. So I think Count Up's sister. She shot a piece of it in the backyard. Yeah. One of the boys ended up shooting 3 people at a schoolhouse, Orangeburg. He, from what I was told, he felt like he was in danger. Yeah. And he did it to protect himself because he basically. I ain't gonna talk too much detail.
You ain't gotta win.
Yeah, he felt like
you gotta get too much.
So that all that crazy stuff is what made me stop with BRF. Yeah. Too many people was accusing me of you know, the stuff that happened with them.
Yeah, that they was doing.
Yeah, even though I wasn't around.
Right.
Yeah, so you know, that's just what it is, though. But we gonna bring BRF back because we ain't went through all that for nothing.
For sure.
It's sad to say, you know, it's my little cousin, he gone.
Yeah.
The little girl, she locked up.
Yeah.
The other one, they charging him as an adult. He shot the 3 kids at school. But at the end of the day, though.
So it's only one left?
No, all of them wasn't rappers, but all of them was the movement.
Oh, okay.
So it's two of them that rap. That's my son locked up. One of them is on house arrest. Not house arrest, but he on the ankle monitor, so he can't even come out at a certain time.
Right.
He can't hit the studio at night, or we need to hit the studio at night. He got to be careful what he do when he on on that ankle monitor.
Yeah.
And one of them, he just chilling back, you know, writing a whole bunch of music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The other one, you know, we had to give it a break because he got a real strict mama. His mama is real strict.
Yeah.
So after all that stuff was happening, she kind of had wanted him to chill for a little bit. But see, when I first started working with them, they were like 15 and 14.
Okay.
Now they like 8. My son's 17. My son went to jail at 15.
They grown now.
Yeah, my son's 17. So by the time he get out, he'd be 18. So they'll be 18. Like,
they grown now.
Yeah. So like, you know, we can make more things happen then, like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the little BRL family, man.
Yeah, word.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep your head up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, weather the storm, man. You know what I'm saying? Weather the storm. We're going to be all right. Believe that. Y'all rocking with a river. Y'all should already know that. Yeah, man. But, so, y'all just, ain't another album is, y'all just going to, like,
we just gonna
wait everybody come back together?
Yeah, we're going to drop a bunch of crazy singles. And I'm going to let them drop, like, single projects a piece. Like, my son going to drop one first because he already, with my son and the other one named Rock Out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like, I'm going to let them, like, I don't know, I'm going to let them just, like, drop single situation. Because they always right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, so.
That's what's up. I be trying to goddamn put me a little crew together.
See, them boys grew up together.
Like,
they grew up
because I know some real dope little young jits, man, who could really do that shit.
Right.
But they gotta get their shit together, man.
Yeah, you right, man. Because you can lose though, like.
Yeah, nigga ain't got time and money to be investing, and you wanna go to jail. Now I ain't gonna say wanna go, but you put yourself in situations.
You said the right thing.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I hate to say it that way, but shit.
Man, you said the right thing. Man. A lot of them kids act like they want to go to jail.
Yeah, shout out to the BRF family, though. But to kind of get back on track, bro. You say you dropped 2 songs. You got a new single out right now. You shot a video to it.
Yeah, there's 2 videos out right now. One of them called Excited, and one of them called we took the Pointer Sisters song that I'm so excited.
Yeah. And
me and my artist remade it.
Okay.
And we got Scam Lightly. Well, I got Scam Lightly. That's on YouTube. That's video on YouTube right now. But the Excited song, that song on the radio right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
On the radio. Y'all hear that? My dog said that song on the radio. Excited on the radio.
Everybody
y'all go stream. Y'all go stream that. Y'all go download that. Y'all go watch that. Go everything. Just go fuck with my nigga, man. You know what I'm saying?
That song more like a feel good song. Like it's more like a feel good song. Like it's family friendly. Like it's a good song. It ain't on that gangster stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that is more like fun. It's something you play at a cookout. Something you play when you wake up. When you need something to motivate you to smile. Yeah, it's lit too.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, little bro, I want to just ask you, like, what you feel, how you feel about, like, the rap game overall, like, you know what I'm saying, like, because you got niggas going to jail on the Rico, you got niggas going to jail for all type of dumb shit. You just got hating going on, period. And I ain't talking about, it ain't gotta be straight industry shit or straight on the highest level shit. That shit going on locally too. Like, what you think about that shit, the rap game, period, overall, my nigga, just like.
Well, South Carolina, I'm talking about South Carolina first. South Carolina is just an open market. Nobody took over it yet. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple people that heading in the right path, in the right direction. But you know, like I be looking to see how far more that these people gonna progress. And you know, I ain't gonna say no name, but it seemed like they stuck at a certain point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's an open field for anybody to really like,
for sure,
go up. Like we can turn South Carolina into a whole different situation,
for sure.
But it's gonna take people to work together and start working against each other.
For sure.
Like everybody will run to Atlanta and dick ride Atlanta and stuff like that.
For sure.
But little do they know, all they gotta do is work with the people around their way, and they can make the artists bigger, and they can get checks off of this situation too.
For sure.
But when it comes to the market as far as like worldwide, like artists, like major artists and stuff, I think that it's an open market now because, like you said, the Rico and stuff, like they done got YSL out the way, so they no longer in the way for a new artist to come through. Like the labels is losing artists, the artists is dying, or they either going to jail. So now the labels looking for a way to replace them. They looking for the next big Young Thug. They looking for the next YFN Lucci. They looking for the next Kane Bond. They looking for the next Jada Youngin. Like they looking for the next one because it's a void in the industry. It's spots that's missing. So it's room now.
For sure.
So why the market is wide open and why it's room, you need to move in.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I was telling my little homie, I be telling my little homies them like South Carolina next, bro. Like not North Carolina. I'm talking about South Carolina, like really next. Like it ain't nobody that you got people that done did their thing, but when I say like you see how the A took over, you know what I'm saying? You saw how Cali took over. You saw how New York took over. Carolina coming next, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
South Carolina just gotta stop dick riding so much. If I love my state, but I'm a real nigga. Like we got the biggest dick riders in the country because it's like this. Y'all will knock y'all homeboy, but as soon as a celebrity come, like one of them stars from another state come, y'all dick ride the fuck out them. Like your homeboy ain't raw than him. You get what I'm saying? y'all see, like,
hey, that's real shit though, bro. That's real shit.
What they do is like they run off of what's trending. Like whatever trending, like that's what it is. If the trend is to pick on him because he got a big mustache, right, everybody gonna pick on him.
Right.
And
that's what they follow.
Yeah, they follow any trend. Like this person can be the person that they follow can be a snitch.
Right.
But if 1,000 people decide to take up for the snitch, they gonna take up for the snitch. They just gonna jump on a bandwagon because they don't want to be wrong.
For sure.
But it seems like fake is taking over.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. Like fake
is the new real.
Yeah, fake is.
That's what I say. That's what I call it. Like fake is the new real. Like. It ain't like niggas don't even care if niggas tell them like if they hang around niggas or they around a nigga who done told. Like niggas don't even care no more, bro. Like what part of the game is that? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Check it black. You know what state watch Love and Hip Hop the most?
No.
South Carolina.
No, I didn't know that.
South Carolina watched Love and Hip Hop. When Love and Hip Hop Atlanta came out, we was the #1 state that watched Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's because all people do is sit on their ass all day and dick ride. We got lesser people than New York, but we still the #1 state that watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. New York ain't had time to watch that shit because they live in a busy state. They got a lot to do.
Yeah.
Us South Carolinians, we sit on our ass and watch TV and we live in that TV world. We trying to be like them motherfuckers. Yeah. We trying to dress like them motherfuckers. Yeah. Our whole life.
Talk that shit, my nigga.
Rap music is telling them how to talk, what slang words to use, everything. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like that's why it's the culture. That's why they call rappers and singers like idols. So like it's like idol gods. Like they worship them motherfuckers. When they come here, they scream, they reach for them, they touch them. That's cool. It's really nothing wrong with looking up to somebody and stuff. But South Carolina gotta stop. They gotta stop going like show. How can you show a star more love than you show your brother? Your brother rap. Which one you love more, Boosie or your brother? Who you love more, goddamn Young Thug or your brother?
You feel what I'm saying?
So if your brother get on stage like the same way you screaming for that nigga, scream for your brother. Like the same way you got down buying that $100 ticket to see motherfucking Blood Baby. Man, spend $100 on your brother's career.
For sure, bro.
Like straight up. Spend $100 because when he blow up, you gonna be reaching out your hand for money.
You already know.
Yeah.
Support your people, man. Support who support you, man. That's what I say. Feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Support who support you, and why support a nigga who already got it first? You feel what I'm saying?
Man,
then supporting the nigga that you know trying to get it.
Just like
support him first.
So check it, right? Let me say that before we get out this podcast. I gotta go to I gotta go to DJ Awards.
We finna wrap it up,
bro. So check this out. You got artists, right? That's trying to make it.
Right.
They trying to make it. They're not rich yet.
Right.
They trying to make it. We don't care if they rap about being rich. They not rich yet. They trying to make it. Right. They rapping about what they think people want to hear because they trying to make it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Dog, listen. You got videographers trying to bust their head with the numbers.
Right.
You got producers and engineers trying to bust their head with the numbers.
Yeah.
But they still want their tag on everything.
Right.
You just charged me $1,000, $2,000 for this video, bitch. You ain't putting your tag on my shit.
Right.
You gotta sacrifice something. So you need to tell me you put your tag on my shit, or you put your tag in my beat, and I still gotta pay you for this shit, and I gotta pay to blow me and you up, cause you know when this song blow up, it's gonna blow you up too. You know what I'm saying? We all trying to make it. So if we all trying to make it, if you want your tag on this stuff,
right,
you need to sacrifice something, or you need to invest in it. Right. So if you throwing that motherfucking beat is a part of your investment, you need to throw that shit to me, because you still gonna get electronic royalties. Right. So you need to tell me I gotta pay you for this beat, get electronic, you still get electronic royalties, and I'm paying for promo, and you want credits and all that?
Nah.
So look, this is what artists go through.
Hell so nah, man.
This is what I'm getting. This is what I'm getting to. I'm not complaining about paying.
Right.
I be paying for everything, right, even though, you know, if anyway, we don't got labels here. Yeah. If we had labels here, we wouldn't have to pay. That's how these niggas blowing up. They got labels. All they do is the labels will put the machine behind them, and they'll pay everybody back later. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? My reason of saying is because I was talking to a videographer, and I asked the videographer, I said, Boosie come here, Boosie post, I need somebody in South Carolina to come shoot me a video. You get what I'm saying? And I'm going to put you in the credit.
Yeah.
The camera person said, I ain't going to lie, Krazy, I run to shoot that video. I said, you were shooting for free, right? Yeah, I'm going to shoot it for free, but you're going to shoot it for free for the person that's rich, that can afford to pay you that $500 or that $1,000. But you're gonna tax us, the broke rapper, that can't afford it, but he just trying to get in there. If you help put these rappers on, if them videographers and them producers and them engineers come together and create a movement, basically a label, and they snatch these artists up, and when they snatch them up, they put them under their wing, like, nigga, we gonna do all this for you.
For sure.
All you gotta do is rap.
Yeah. Because a lot of these rappers doping, and a lot of them niggas who already supposed to be done made it. You feel what I'm saying? Right. A lot of these local rappers is doping, and a lot of them niggas who really supposed to be already done made it, but like you say, they weren't put in the right situation.
See, what we're going through, we're being hustled.
Right.
All the weight is being put on the rapper.
Right.
The videographer and the producer want they tag and shit, but the rapper got to pay them and pay to blow the song up. So when he paying to blow the song up, we all blown up because your tag is in my shit.
Right.
So why am I paying you for this beat if you still want promo off me?
True.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like this right here. Those labels, they not charging them artists for them beats and them videos and shit up front.
Right.
They getting those artists that's hot or them artists that's doing what they, you know, like they know that this nigga really working or this nigga really talented,
right.
and they get them. And they what they doing is they creating major artists. So when they create the major artists, they always got a hold to them. Like they got I got you right here.
Yeah.
So now they got a hold to them. Now they know an artist that they can literally go touch and be like, hey, I need you on my stage.
Yeah.
So like let's say OG Benny Black was behind me, right?
Yeah.
He had a studio.
Yeah.
And he had some producers and stuff. And he'd be like, give him everything he needs.
Right.
We gonna blow him up. We gonna make him a star. He talented. Then y'all blow us up, make us a star. Y'all ain't looking for no money because once you done suck all the money out of that artist. See, I spent $8,000 for a site between recording and shooting videos for Excited and for Scam Lightning.
Yeah.
In 1 week, I spent like $8,000. Imagine, and I told you I spent like 300 in promo, right? And I got 10,000 views in 1 day.
Right.
Real views.
Right.
I ran a commercial.
Yeah.
Check it. If I would have took that 8,000 and ran promo instead of getting 10,000 views in 1 day, how many numbers you think I'd have been doing?
Shit, we've been way over 4-5 million somewhere up in there, boy.
Right, I'd have been a star. Now,
right.
Now the people that's investing with me, that you see, the producer, the engineer, the videographer, we all trying to make it.
Yeah. Like
they don't want 400, 500, 1,000 a video. These niggas trying to get to 10,000 a video, 2,000 a beat, 5,000. You know what I'm saying? They don't never understand why they can't get there. They can't get there because they trying to charge the broke niggas, but trying to run and dick ride. They trying to dick ride the celebrities. Like these niggas that catch a flight all the way to LA to dick ride Wiz Khalifa.
Damn.
And he the rich nigga. Why you giving the rich people the free shit?
Right.
I don't care what kind of promo you think you're gonna get off of that situation. But you can sit right here and build your own artist.
Yeah. Grind.
And you can always have your hand on it.
You got to grind.
You can be like, all right, so Benny Black had the studio, he had the cameras, everything. He get behind a certain artist. He got that artist right here in his face. He can literally call this nigga phone.
Right.
He can say, come to my club and do a show for me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
This man know what Benny did to him.
Yeah.
He coming to that club.
Yeah.
When he come to that club, everybody pay $100 to get in the door.
Yeah.
All that money for those sections and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, just because he came to the club for Benny, he might not even want that much. He might do it for free.
For sure.
Now Benny done made $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. Yeah, just off of one showcase.
For sure, man.
Yeah, so that's what they do though, you know.
That shit crazy. But look, bro, I ain't gonna hold you too long, but I got this little game I like to play before you know on the show. It's 5 questions, either or. You know what I'm saying? You can explain why you said what you said, or you don't have to. Feel what I'm saying? Big or Pop?
I like Tupac better.
Okay.
I like Biggie Smalls, but I like Tupac better simply because Tupac was more relatable. Biggie Smalls was all about partying. Most of his songs were about partying.
Okay. I respect that. Jay or Nas?
I like Nas better because he stood up to Jay-Z, and Jay-Z was a much bigger situation. He stood up to him all by himself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He really did aid him with one song.
Respect. And I ask every artist that come on this show this particular one. Jeezy or Gucci?
Me personally.
And I know you say you met Gucci, right?
Yeah, I don't really like Jeezy nor Gucci music.
For
like
sure.
None of their music ain't trash.
For sure.
It just ain't my type of music. I don't live the way that they live. I don't relate to them, but I like Gucci ignorance. His ignorance is so entertaining.
For sure.
And you know, that's what
shout out to Gua.
Yeah, his ignorance is entertaining.
Yeah. So you telling me, so I got to ask you this, bro. So you wasn't listening to that Trap or Die shit?
Hell no, I can't even tell you one song on it.
Wow.
Now if you sing it, I know.
Yeah.
I remember Trap or Die, nigga, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Only reason I remember that because you said the album was called Trap or Die.
Trap or Die.
Yeah. So I'm
Thug Motivation, none of that shit. You wasn't.
I can't even tell you how no song start off. Can't tell you. I try to listen, can't listen. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like I relate more to people like Boosie.
For sure.
Cause I grew up fucked up.
For sure.
My parents wasn't in my life. My mama died when I was 7. Yeah. My daddy was in feds my whole life. I was being abused growing up. I had suicidal thoughts many times. I grew up real fucked up, traumatized, murder, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And poverty.
Yeah, so me and you both, bro.
Yeah, so I relate more to people that, like you said, Rod Wave. Everybody saying it sound like you crying or something. Yeah. Only people who say that about Rod Wave is people who ain't never went through shit. Yeah. Yeah, because
you gotta feel that Rod Wave shit.
Rod Wave.
You gotta feel that shit.
I listen to Rod Wave.
You've been through anything in life, you gotta feel that.
I listen to Rod Wave if I listen to Tupac. Tupac don't cry enough in songs for me. Rod Wave closer to human.
Yeah, Rod Wave no bullshit. Shout out to Rod Wave too. Yeah. You see this shit, bro. Yeah. So you say no Gucci, no Jeezy. I respect that. You got a lot of shit going on in the industry right now. NBA Youngboy.
He the best.
Lil Durk.
NBA Youngboy the best. Lil Durk smart.
Why you say that?
NBA Youngboy is smart too. I respect both of them. But I rather Youngboy. Youngboy is closer to human. See, Lil Durk, he trying to be 100% savage, 100% gangster. He's not being human. Like, he not telling you about, he talk about his pain, but he not human with it. He don't tell you he cried. Yeah. He don't tell you, like, he ain't gonna tell you his secrets. Young boy put his whole diary in front of the world. Yeah, for sure. Like, Young boy rap about having herpes and everything.
Young boy let a nigga know he going through something. He done been through something.
Young boy is more human than the character Lil Durk. Lil Durk is putting on a facade. Like, he's not telling you about the times he cried. Yeah. He's not telling you about the times he Lil Durk ain't gonna tell you he got slapped. Yeah. Young boy will tell you I got beat the fuck up.
Yeah, for sure.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you say no either, no answer, just
I like Young boy better.
Young boy.
Yeah.
Young boy.
Will I work with Lil Durk? Yeah. I like his music, but I like his music, but if you ask me to rap a Lil Durk verse, the only one I can rap is that This Ain't What You Want. That first song he came out with. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I like both of them boys, but Young Boy is like way better than me because he is more human.
Okay. I respect that. I fuck with Young Boy too. You know what I'm saying? You said Young Boy, I respect that shit.
Kodak giving me hater vibes. Do I know if do I know if he a hater or not? Nah, I don't know. He giving me hater vibes. So the beef with him and Jack Boy, I'm leaning more towards Jack Boy. I believe everything Jack Boy is saying about him. But when Kodak spoke on that junk about Young Boy fans commenting below the post, you know, I don't like speaking on other rappers, but you ask me a question, I'm gonna answer.
Oh, for sure.
So you know, when Kodak, you know, spoke about how Young Boy fans was saying why be better all below his post.
Yeah.
See, Kodak know that that's the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like Kodak should never mention YB or his fans. He should have just let them comment.
Yeah.
See, I don't care if I get a whole bunch of YB betters below my post.
Yeah.
As long as a motherfucker commenting on my post, making my post active.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's helping me. You making my post go more viral. Sure. I don't care what your comments say.
Sure.
So, you know, at the end of the day, I could tell there was a little jealousy in that response when he actually took it upon himself to go and say, man, stop, you know, comment below my stuff and that. No, them people ain't gonna stop. He know they ain't gonna stop. They not gonna listen to him. They're gonna laugh at him and go harder.
For sure.
So the whole thing is, I felt like he say that to jab at Young Boy. So it made him look more like a hater. And if he was sitting here, I'd tell him the same thing for
sure. Yeah, man. I respect that. So you say Jack, you fucking with Jack Boy?
I respect Jack Boy.
For sure.
Do I fuck with his music? No, not really. It ain't nothing that I be wanting to listen to. But do I like the songs where my favorite songs by him is when he talking about Kodak.
I think he just dropped the song, what it was, Renegade?
Yeah, when he was talking about Kodak.
I think one of the last songs he dropped, he took it down.
My favorite songs is when he come at Kodak. When he did the Gremlin remix.
Yeah. And
the other one, why? Because them songs was more genuine and real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Gremlin one, that shit was hard though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Kodak, I seen an interview where Jack Boy even said that shit was hard.
Kodak,
that nigga snapped on this shit.
Kodak Gremlin was more well put together than Jack Boy response. But at the end of the day, Kodak just give me hater vibes.
For sure.
You feel me?
For sure.
Will I work with Kodak? Hell yeah. I like that motherfucker talent. Like, I like his talent, but like if I was to meet him in person and he asked me what I thought of him, I'll tell him I think you like a hater. Yeah, I tell him to the face.
That's real shit, bro. I respect that, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. But check this out though, bro. Like, before we get out of here, bro, you got anything that you want to tell you folks, bro? Like, I don't care what it is. Let them know what you got coming up. Let them know if it's just a positive message, if it's, you know, whatever it is, my nigga. Like, you know, you want to drop on these people before you get out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Man, pay more for y'all adults. Pay more attention to y'all kids. Stop ignoring them. Stop sitting around thinking that my kid won't do this and won't do that. Because before you know it, your kid gonna be the one laying in that damn casket. Or your kid gonna be the one locked up facing murder. If you don't pay more attention and you don't stop putting shit past them, your kid gonna be next. So you gotta pay more attention to your child. Like, make sure goddamn you search him all the time, see if he keeping a gun on him, because they be standing right there by y'all with guns on their waist.
Real
so
shit.
Y'all need to, I'm talking about 12, 13-year-old, they be strapped up. It be your child. Like, pay more attention to your child and what he doing, what he got going on, and stop making them kids feel like they can't talk to you. If your child curse, my advice, I think you should let him curse around you, because the more comfortable he feel around you, the more he'll open up to you. If he feel like he can't be himself around you, the more he gonna hide from you.
That's real shit. That's game. If that ain't game, y'all. Y'all know what this is. Respect the Game Radio. So you got to drop some game on you. So my nigga, let them know where they can find you at. Like, when they looking for your music, and if they just want to look you up and check you out, my nigga, just like let the people know where they can find you at. And
y'all can just type in Krazy. That's how you spell crazy with a K, and Obilla, Obilla. Obilla, Krazy Obilla.
Sure.
Just type that in on YouTube, you'll find me.
For sure. Hey, well, check this out, y'all. Check this out. My nigga, you already know, like, I appreciate you to the fullest, bro, for coming to the show. You know, anytime you got anything that you want to promote, that you dropping, that you just want to kick it about, come to the show and kick it about, I don't care what it is. Anytime, any day, my nigga, you welcome on this show.
I appreciate you, man. Even when I do become, major, which I know is coming real soon.
Oh yeah, my nigga.
I'm coming right back to this same spot.
Oh yeah, you already know this camera.
Hey, you see how Boosie always be on Vlad TV?
Yeah.
I'ma always be on my
Respect the Game Radio.
I'ma always be on my local blogs and stuff all the time.
Yeah,
like, I'm bound to hit you up and say I'm about to pull up and
for sure, my nigga. You know you're welcome, bro. Like anytime, any given day. I don't care what you promoting, what you got going on. Hit me up, bro. We gonna put it together. You feel me? Cause this show here ain't gonna stop. We gonna get bigger and better every day, bro. You feel me? So I appreciate you, bro. Man, I swear to God, my nigga, like it's all love, bro. Krazy Obilla, man. My dog, man. Respect the Game Radio, man. OG Benny Black. Before we get out of here, y'all go do me another favor and hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Respect the Game Radio. Go follow me on all social media platforms at OG Benny Black. And y'all make sure y'all have a good, safe day, man. And till the next time, respect the Game Radio. Krazy Obilla. My nigga.
You know it.
You already know.
You get my ass to the record pool, man. How far Columbia is from here? About an hour and
So probably
hours,